Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, June 24th, 2016. The main fire potential impact for the next few days will occur today across portions of eastern Idaho and much of northern and central Utah, as gusty southwest winds and low relative humidities move through the area ahead of a low pressure system in the Pacific Northwest. Moisture lingering over eastern Utah produced some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly over northeast portions of the state, with light precipitation accompanying these storms. There was a smattering of new initial attack yesterday, but most of these fires remained on the small side. NFDRS indices continued to trend upward yesterday, especially over Idaho, with many of those stations bumping into the 60th to 70th percentile. This upward trend should take a break for the next few days as a cold front moves into the Great Basin. Sagebrush live fuel moistures are on a downward trend region-wide, with some stations seeing a very dramatic drop since the last sampling, especially over northern Nevada. Fire danger trends have also been rapidly increasing across the geographic area, with many areas bumping to normal to above normal for the time of year. This morning's water vapor imagery shows that low-pressure trough moving into the Pacific Northwest. That's what's bringing those gusty winds out ahead of that cold front. But we will see a pretty significant cold front move through the northern two-thirds of the region, dropping temperatures quite a bit from yesterday's highs. This low will bring some precipitation, mainly just to the mountains of central Idaho. The high pressure currently centered over the central U.S. will be building back towards the Great Basin for the weekend. No high-risk triggers have been issued for today. The highest wind gusts are shown here, with portions of eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, and northern Utah seeing the highest gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Relative humidities are still quite low, with single digits expected over much of Nevada and Utah. On Saturday, a generally cooler day is expected, with sunny skies region-wide. Highs will be in the upper 70s to low 80s across much of the northern valleys, which is below normal for the time of year. Even though temperatures will be cool, relative humidities will still remain very dry across the region. On Sunday, the high pressure will begin to build back towards the Great Basin with rapidly increasing temperatures once again. Highs will be back in the lower 90s across the north on Sunday, with highs remaining near 110 in Las Vegas. Relative humidities will remain very low. The only precipitation expected for the next 3 days will occur over the northern central Idaho mountains. The high pressure will dominate the weather pattern for the work week next week, with temperatures quickly moving back into the upper 90s and remaining hot through the week. Beginning midweek, possibly starting as early as Tuesday in the far south, we'll see a return of southerly moisture to the Great Basin. Right now it's looking like Wednesday is the best day to see an increase in lightning activity, particularly over the southern Great Basin and the higher elevations of Utah. That moisture will remain in place on Thursday for continued thunderstorm activity and even into the beginning of the weekend. Precipitation accumulations for the Wednesday-Thursday timeframe of next week are shown here, with precipitation expected mainly over the higher elevations of Utah. This is still a week out, but it does look like with that high pressure building over the Great Basin, this is a pretty classic pattern for us to see some moisture move up from the south. The extended forecast going into the first week of July is calling for continued much above normal temperatures region-wide, with above normal chances for precipitation moving into southern and eastern Great Basin. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.